Right. Oh man, I tell you, these streets, man, they've been looking creepy, man. You know, because I'm on the overnight flow. You
Yeah.
know, we fly on that overnight flow, and the very first night here in Connecticut when they dropped Monday night was the first 8 o'clock curfew
Yep.
or whatever. I tell you, man, it's fucking creepy. You know, when it's like you get out the car, you know, and it's like I always at least hear a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or something, and it's just like bats and birds and crickets and shit, and it's like I'm in the middle of a city vibe. You know, it's crazy, man.
Uh-huh.
Like they're raining crackheads off the streets. I'm telling you, shit got real.
Yeah, but unfortunately it did not seem to last. But those first couple of days were wild.
Right. The first night of it, I was like that Monday. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
This is a weird sound out here. Let me get back in my shit and just jump in this vehicle real quick.
Yeah. No, it's definitely it's creepy out there. And I will say, you know how there was like when there's a tragedy, it's either like, hey, yeah, we all come together and help each other, or we go the other way. I feel like it's leaning the other way. Like obviously the people that you know, you'll help them if you can. But
right, you hear the close ones, right?
Yo, that public out there is cold. You know?
But and it is, man, because it's like, yo, thy neighbor, but you might buy neighbor because you probably might have that shit.
Yeah, they're waving bye neighbor, you know? Like that's
right,
what it
right.
is.
It's like, yo, I might put some shit in a box and throw it on your back porch. Like shit, I'm feeding my mother meals and shit and get her what she need every day and I tell you the inmate visits, you know.
Yep.
Knock on the door and say, here, Mom, all right, put the bag on the outside, do the transfer of the Tupperware, get me back. She got her routine. She takes it, she sprays everything, wipes everything down. I do it prior, and you know.
Yeah. No, you got to, man. Because same shit. Like I had said last week. Fucking, I said, you know, I don't want to. It shouldn't sound like I said goodbye, but you know, I went and had my moment with my mom where I was like, yeah, I'm not going to see you for a while. You know, like I'm taking it serious because even she was saying she knows there's the type of the age group that she's in is obviously different than mine, but she said even in her age group, there's a lot of people just, it's not that big a deal. We're like,
oh no, they're out there, man. You go in the grocery store, you know, and I look, and this guy's, you know, you could tell he's 75. He's like 80 something. Looks, you know, kind of like slouched over a little bit, you know, back problem. But he's just fucking bare hand, nothing. He's just out there, like I'm out here, fuck it, you know. And I'm
fuck
like,
that shit, son.
Right? Some people like, you get some guys that like, man. They're trying like, man, I hope I get the shit, you know?
Yeah.
Which, you know, you feel for those people, but hey, man, it's crazy.
No, it definitely is.
Said, my mother went to freak out mode, and I had to talk her down, and you know, because one of her friends was telling her, oh, you know, your mom, you're bugging out, and she's like, I'm bugging, I'm bugging, I'm in that bracket, you know, I meet that criteria, the high blood pressure, she has that, she takes medication for the shit.
Yeah.
She goes, listen, fuck, man, I ain't trying to die. I'm staying here.
Mm-hmm.
Lock it in, you and the cat.
No, that's a great thing where maybe some people will take stock of what they're doing and make some changes to where, like me, I'm trying it, man. I'm trying to work out more because, hey, man, I'm at home with nothing to do. Try to, you know, get the yoga in once a day. I'll even hop on the elliptical for like 6-7 minutes. You know what I mean? Just like, fuck it, knock something out while I'm waiting for that, burn off a quick 100, go back, you know, 3-4 more times during the day, but just definitely got to keep moving because that's the other thing. You don't want to get stuck on the fucking couch.
Right.
And
help me clean the house. Fuck this house.
Yeah. Yo, cleaning the house is great too, just to get up and moving. And I'm telling you, man, I know I don't want to sound like Dave Chappelle's weed movie when you're just like, have you ever done it on weed? But I'm telling you, man, take a couple of hits and just go to town with the bleach, you know? Fuck it.
Yeah. Let it go. Let it rock. I'm telling you, get that motion in the ocean.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Hit that sativa, get you going. Don't get that in the couch because you might be done.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Get your head movement, get that, you know what I mean?
But I've been looking into, and it's cool because obviously there's going to be a whole lot of bad things that happen, but sometimes you can make some positives out of it. Like, dude, I've been looking into like, what foods can I grow indoors in, you know, a small space? You know, I'm trying to see if like, is there anything that I could just plant and have that at home for, in the direst of dire situations? Like, can I grow some mushrooms? Can I grow some carrots? Stuff like that. Gotta, try to learn whatever we can right now.
Yo, you know, a movie is really dope, man. Was it Mars? What the fuck was it?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? With this guy, Matt Damon.
Damon, yeah.
that was fucking official, man. Like, shit, you know what I mean? They had to learn how to grow on a planet that was inhabitable.
Yep.
You know, uninhabitable, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna plant shit right in here. Niggas got potatoes and shit.
Hell yeah.
That
I
was
know
dope,
that's
man.
my thing. I'm like, yo, can I just do a little, something just to try to get better
Yeah.
prepared for
Yeah.
who the fuck knows what's gonna happen.
Right. Shout out to YouTube. YouTube's on fire right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because yeah, man, there's I've been watching, and I've been popping up fucking Joey Chestnut just going around fucking annihilating challenges throughout the world.
Who's Joey Chestnut?
Joey Chestnut, the fucking Nathan's hot dog champ for fucking
The
last
eater.
20 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut, the big fucking it's just, you look at it, man, it's like, what is this? What is this? He's just born with a bigger fucking throat to shove all that shit down there, and his stomach just expands in a way nobody else's does. I don't understand how that works.
Right.
Like, that's what I've been doing. I'm in spare time. Like, it's fucking Joey Chestnut. Look at him. He ate a fucking 2 pound. Was it a 2 pound? No, 2 foot. A 2 foot slice of pizza.
Oh,
he
God.
ate it right. He ate it in less than oh man, less than 2 minutes. I don't know.
Jesus.
Something ridiculous. So it was really ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, man, these guys, because I was talking the other day, and in my quarantine bubble with my boo, we were talking about something, and I was like, and I said something about, but talking about being a professional sniffer. She goes, that's no such fucking thing. I said, I guarantee there probably is, and I went to good old Google, because they were laughing about it, and there's a fucking guy who works for NASA for the last 30 years, and he's like he has more nose receptors than most, or whatever. It was tested and proved, like, he fucking smells everything that makes it smells for like all kinds of sulfurs and different gases and shit to find out for the safety issues for astronauts and shit.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? And he goes, but they say like they're showing video. He goes around, he smells everything.
Oh,
like,
God.
Like CD cases and fucking anything and everything, rubber, this, that. He just fucking sniffs, and he can memorize up to, I don't know how many thousands of fucking smells. Like, it's like, we're just talking like, no, it really just fucking proves that, no matter whatever fucking weird talent or some bullshit you might have that nobody else really does, that you can somehow push your way into profit off shit.
Oh, yeah, it's out there.
You know what I mean? Being a professional eater, like, you're eating like a maniac. Like, fuck, people pay you to watch you do that. And this guy makes a living off this shit, man. There's thousands of dollars every time he wins those competitions,
That's amazing.
I think it was like, what was that record? In I want to say in an hour. Is it either an hour or 45 minutes? He fucking ate 80, 75 or 77 hot dogs and buns.
What the fuck?
Bro, it's like, it's insane. Like,
yeah, how do you pack that all in?
And it might even be, I think at the time might even be shorter than that. I don't know, because they're like racing up there on stage. If you ever watch one of those fucking things, man, I don't know why, it just kind of came across me scrolling and looking, and I'm like,
yeah, it was probably like 15 minutes or something like that, because I can't imagine it being an hour. Jesus Christ.
No, it was quicker than that, and it was, yeah. He fucking put work in, man. It was 77 hot dogs. And he had like a training video he does. It's in his backyard, and he fucking just does it. And his buddy's there, and
What are you doing today? Oh, dude, no, I got to train. I'm gonna just slam down 50 hot dogs in 3 minutes. Well, I mean, what are you doing after that?
It is funny because the biggest stereotype is the fat guy who eats. None of these guys are fat.
Yep.
Like, he's kind of like that weird kind of like, I don't know, weird
boxy
kind of, yeah, boxy, yeah. He's got that weird shape to him where he probably got some abnormal stomach going on in there.
Yep.
Then you got the little Asian guy who does a lot of eating shit on YouTube too. I forget his name. But he fucking the ninja, they call him a mega mouth ninja or some shit.
Of course they do.
Or he like call himself that, I don't know. But the guy fucking he's a maniac. And then they got this other guy, this older guy who's like fucking like Diesel. This guy's kind of jacked, man. He got guns and shit. Like, he works out, but he fucking eats like this maniac.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's part of my quarantine life.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do it. I'm telling you, man. It's just like get into anything that you can, because yeah, the celebrities are killing me. Like, there's always stuff
oh
to do,
man.
man. There's always
Oh,
stuff to do.
shout out to them that like when how they looking without their barbers. Like, oof. LeBron James got the gray naps all under his beard and
Yep,
shit. He got that down angle. It's not pleasant, LeBron.
that's hilarious.
Why
Yeah,
are you showing
everyone.
that angle?
I know that that I had mentioned it last week, but I had sent it to you after the episode so you could watch it. But yeah, that Gal Gadot Wonder Woman singing "Imagine" by John Lennon thing, and then passing it down the line. That was rough.
Look, I got lost in the shuffle. Who was who?
Yeah. After a while, you're just like, I don't know anybody on this fucking thing.
I got right, and it's like, man, I think it's some with our makeup and shit or some stuff. I don't know what it was, but it was like, it was rough.
And then have you seen
Will Ferrell looked terrible?
Yeah,
he looked like, good God, Will.
Have you seen any of the individual celebrities out there that are the governor or the president or whoever else asked them to make a video? So they do it like Robert De Niro did one where he's like, this is Robert De Niro, and I'm telling you to stay in your house. I'm watching you. Like, it's just weird shit.
Like public service announcements and shit?
Yeah, they're doing, but because nowadays it's just all on social media. So like, they'll post it on their Instagram and all.
And what's sad is that these are the measures we take because these are the people that fucking people listen to. You're not gonna listen to your mother, your father, your neighbor, your friends.
Yeah,
listen to fucking Robert De Niro.
Until Kylie Jenner, you know what I mean, comes out and is just like, "Stay home, boo." Like then they'll listen.
Wink. Right, wink, kiss. Oh, that's it. Kylie winked and kissed at the camera. She's talking to you, telling you to stay home and take this serious.
I know. She just texts back the president like, "Nah, 2 weeks, you'll be fine." You know, like I got
a bunch of fucking seniors in high school. Girls, did you see? Did you see what Kylie put up?
Kylie said,
"Look, we gotta have a meeting. Let's Skype each other. We gotta be safer, guys." You heard Kylie.
Right? It could work, man. This day and age.
It could, man, because this America. That's how people operate, man. Sometimes the heroes are these celebrities, and if they say it, and it means gold, you know.
Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you too, on this everything we were talking about, the $2 trillion bill being passed, I haven't heard a huge concentration anymore on the like, is everybody getting a check, or is it just the people that were displaced through work? Like, I haven't heard too much more said about like
choppy.
Yeah, because in the beginning it was like, we must send every American a check, and I gotta say, I hope that's still happening, because I'd love to get like a month ahead on my mortgage. That'd be fucking awesome. Right.
Well, you know, what was great how he put that language in there. He was like, most tax-paying Americans.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Who's part of the most and who's not?
Yeah. Are we going most by those dang fangled numbers, or what are we doing here? Are we what does it mean?
Right. So now we're going back to the numbers of people dying, and
I know,
man, it's really tough. It's like, old people die all the time. This is what they do.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, but have a little bit of love for these people, man. People are in a fucked up position right now.
Yeah, dude, I have to say, I don't know what I would be doing. Like, say if I was somebody that was a waitress or waiter or whatever, like bro, I can't imagine just the like, boom, you have stopped getting paychecks 3 weeks in a row, and yeah, just figure it out, like, until we come and try to save you. Like, my heart really goes out to everybody that isn't getting paid right now. Because what the fuck?
How about even the 2 tiers for the call girl?
I'm telling you,
you ain't get no clients. Strippers at home, like, damn.
Yep. There's a lot of there's Twitter has turned into just an advertisement for OnlyFans and all those fucking type of websites. It's just girls being like, well, yeah, the same like you said. I can't strip anymore. I can't do anything anymore. So, buy my nudes, buy all that stuff. But then, bro, there's also the other homeless, and now I don't mean homeless. I meant to say homebody type, wholesome. That's what I meant to say. The wholesome girl that has just hit rock bottom and is like, well, now I have to start selling pictures of my pussy. Like, I have no more job. Now
I got to give you everything. I got to get objects from around the house and ram it in so you can get a visual and cut the check. Like,
and that's just because they lost their job at Subway. You know what I mean? And they were just like, well, this is what I can do now. Like, it's crazy.
Get some money. Yeah, You think about that, how many people like, bartenders that, survived on like weekends that their weekend money from working, being a bartender somewhere was their way to stay above their curve of, finances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they got a full-time job that might be shut down, and now their other job is fucking a bar.
Yeah.
You get
And
no
that's
bread.
shut down. Exactly. Your overtime, extra pay job shut down. Well, I'll tell
Right.
you, even me, thankfully, like, I wasn't always depending on it, but I definitely feel it, like not driving Uber, like that shit sucks, man. I wish I had a couple extra dollars from doing that, but shit, I'm not going out and doing any of that type of stuff. I'm trying to stay low.
Stay
Keep
low.
shooting.
Right. Keep firing. Oh man, but it's chaos out there. I think more and more people I'm running into are kind of starting to take it more that I've been running into. But then you see the ones that don't.
Yes.
But some of the encounters I've been having on my very, very few interactions with people, like gas station, if I got to go in there or something, grocery store, gas station. That's it, man. Minimalistic at work, who I'm dealing with. So, it's just like, hey, so this shit's all right. You good? You good? All right, cool. All right, smooth.
I will tell you though, it is tough to concentrate on anything else. Of like, at any other time, I usually would not be home and put on the TV and turn on the news. And now, like, I find myself
locked in.
Yeah, like I'm locked in and then I'm also like, I don't want to miss a huge announcement. But even though we are tethered through the phone and it would always pop up, but I'm like we were saying, I'm watching Cuomo's fucking daily shits because I want to know, because he seems to be telling the truth, or at least.
And it's too close for comfort for here.
Yeah.
I had a picture that was sent to me from for the Yale University's Payne Whitney gym is their big gymnasium.
Okay.
The whole setup in there is just like, it looks like, I don't know, at least 50 plus beds with respirators next to them. They're about to start shipping in people from New York with the problem because they're running out of room. So they're going to start bringing people here. So my whole thing is like, is this the quarantine transport? Like,
right.
I'm not trying to be funny, but this is local for me now. You know what I mean? I mean, it's already out here, but you're bringing a slew of people here with this virus that nobody really knows about. Yeah, I feel weird about that.
And then what happens when we need them here? Because I truly feel like when whatever representatives were talking from the state of Ohio, this was like 2 fucking weeks ago, when they were like, yeah, we think we have about 100,000 people infected with this. And that was back because they were just doing the numbers. So for me, I still do feel like New York has the most, but also New York is testing the most. So it all might be the same. Like it might be the same everywhere in terms of like the percentages of people that have it. But it's just obviously New York has a ton of fucking people, but they're also testing a ton of fucking people. So when we start testing here, what's to say we don't need that space? And I get, you have to help the sick first, but that's the other thing too, that Cuomo, have you heard when he's saying like they're demanding that the hospitals increase like the beds by like 50% and room for people to stay? So like, say there's no one's going to be in a room by themselves anymore, like people are going to be getting treated like fucking sardines, where it's like, sorry, we got no room. You got to squeeze 3 beds in a room. And that's when it's going to get crazy.
They said there was, I think that one in Italy, when it first kind of hit, and those doctors weren't being safe about handling, and 13 of them that weren't being safe fucking died from overexposure, man.
Yeah. And that's the other weird thing. Like, obviously, I believe it's common sense that nobody knows the full thing about the coronavirus yet, but it does seem the people that are around it more, I don't know if people are getting over it and coming back stronger, or if it's like the more you're around it, you're just fucking.
That's my thing too. Is it like, I don't know, were they speaking on, I don't know if you noticed, so now you quarantine. I mean, they don't know yet if like now they're going to retest. Now, is it going to be gone and can you not get it like the fucking chicken pox or something again? Or is it going to be, you know what I mean? Like you can keep getting this shit.
Yeah, or is it like it's in you and now if you get it again, it's just going to piggyback on it? Yeah, that's the scary part.
And like, is it stay there and go dormant? That's crazy.
Yeah, is this like the herp? Is this fucking dormant?
Right, no.
That's a beautiful word though. Not enough people say dormant.
Right. Like it. But it was it's one of those things of like, from what I heard too, somebody was like, one of the theories is that a doctor was saying, like, you're talking about people even surviving this or getting through this are still going to have respiratory problems throughout their lifetimes.
Yeah, like to where it's doing damage and it's not, just
Right.
and
It's not a
none's going back to normal.
immediate effect. It's a progressive kind of deal.
And
I was like,
that could be for society and everything else too. Like, imagine, it might just now be normal of like, say you book a cruise and when you go to the cruise, everyone that's hopping on the cruise is getting their forehead read to see what your temperature is. You know what I mean? Like it might be like that nowadays, or excuse me, not nowadays, but in the future.
Near future.
To where life is just not the same and we're going to get used to a different, we're going to have a new normal of like, yeah, you would never go anywhere sick again. Like to where
it's so funny, man, because you think about the old guys now, how they don't want to convert for a fucking phone even,
Yeah.
You're like a flip phone and like, you know what I mean? It's like we're gonna have a bunch of people in our era, our generation that's gonna just fight the fight. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, get my temperature, man. Fuck up off me. You know where I'm from, man?
Yeah.
From
exactly.
The Ville,
nigga. I know you're gonna have people that are just like, no, I'm never getting on no fucking plane. You know why? Because they take your temperature. And you know what doesn't have to, like there's gonna be all the types of conspiracies.
Right. Oh,
like,
I see. You want to take my temperature now because I'm black. I know, motherfucker.
Yep.
All these other motherfuckers like you passed over.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Guy, random. Yeah, like random temperature test, and it just happens to be me, right? That type of stuff.
Then you're gonna have the one guy said, "I saw what you did to him, and that wasn't right. You didn't scan him first. You
didn't take my temperature. You didn't take mine, but you took his. Why?"
Right. And the dude's probably not even fighting over. He's like, "Nah, it's cool, man. I don't. I'm good. No, I just want to know. It's all right, Jamal. I got this. Listen."
Exactly.
How dare you? His people suffered enough from people like you.
Right.
Which you gotta appreciate that until they get punched in the mouth and then they start backtracking. All right, never mind. Wait, the niggas is over there. I don't. Sorry.
Not like that.
No, I said the ass. Yeah, guys.
But I'm telling you, for me, I think it's gonna go another level when there's gonna be someone super rich and super famous that passes away. Like Drake got on Instagram to say that he doesn't have it, but dog, Prince Charles has it. 72. Yeah. Like, and I even read that article where they were saying he was around the Queen on March, 12th, whatever.
Right.
So like, bro, I'm telling you, if the fucking Queen of England dies from this,
China might have some war on their hands.
Yeah.
Send in the troops, nigga.
Because especially how people take it to where, man, like we were saying, if this is something that somebody was just like, yo, I created this shit in a lab, I'm gonna let that shit go and I'm gonna kill as many people as I can. You gotta remember, people are still evil. That still exists. Like, yeah, it's in so many, forms of entertainment, but some people are just born like they're the fucking devil. So if someone
they get positions of power and it's like
And so if England believes that somebody created this and that this was not from someone eating a bat, if they believe that this was, this could be the next world war, everybody gets involved, it could be ugly.
Right. All those conspiracy joints, man. My man P with his 100-year conspiracy said, they said it's gonna be like the plague, like 100 years ago. It's gonna be another depression in the economy. I'm like, well, if this shit shuts down, like 5 months of shutting down this economy could fuck up a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, like because that's what Trump seems to be worried about is this shit. He said that we could make it so we can't start it back up again. And obviously, I don't know the details in any of that, and I'm sure he doesn't either. But he was saying
the biggest historical buyout, right?
Yeah. And who knows if this will be the last one, because you got to remember, if this shit, that's why I think he's big on that, like, and we'll get it restarted before the end of the month, because if they send us out one check and then people still haven't worked for another 3-4 weeks, like, then what are we doing? Are we sending another one? That, that's why it seems to me he's just like ignoring everyone. And that's with the whole, how you were saying, I don't know what the exact quote is, but if the cure is worse than the sickness, because if it's like, well, what if more people get fucked up by us being careful than if we were just wild with it, how many people would really die? And that's, I do not envy the position to be, making the decision on who lives and who dies. That's fucking bonk.
That's crazy, man. It's like, well, let me look at the charts. Well, they lived a good life. Pull it.
Yeah.
All right, pull it. Like, you're gonna go down a line of people doing that.
That's the other thing too, on the ventilators. Like, how when people have the money to, like when my grandfather had a heart attack, he was on a ventilator, and then the decision had to be made to pull him off of it. But if you're a millionaire, billionaire, you never have to make that decision. Like you could just be like, the machines are keeping him alive. Fuck it, keep him alive for as long as you want to pay for it. It seems like, but say there's somebody where like, when does that doctor have to make a decision of like, well, they're using a ventilator right now, and we know they're not going to live. So when do they pull someone off a ventilator and let them die? Like, whew,
right.
Decisions.
I know, man. It's like, this is not this is not an assembly line. We're not on a conveyor belt for you to check for fucking good or bad batteries here. You know what I mean? Like, up, back, yeah, toss it.
Yep.
A good one. All right. Good enough. All right. Put it in the station, repair. It's like, man, that's.
Maybe, I mean, there could be a bright side to where maybe this does save our country in the future and make our country better in the future of like, if we start making stuff in America again, if we really just turn it all around and do that whole fucking like, maybe money won't be the most important thing. Maybe it'll be that we'll always have, prices might go up, but maybe we'll always be able to have stuff.
Right. I mean, listen, I drive around my old city I was born in here in Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut, which at one point in the 70s was one of the biggest economic booms in our nation due to the industry business. A lot of warehouses. People used to come from all over the country to go there, straight to Bridgeport to work at these big, warehouses in Sikorsky and shit. Those were the jobs to have. And then when that kind of fell out, now you have a bunch of fucking big empty space abandoned buildings. Yep. Where it's like, like all those kind of fucking warehouse factories, you can right there buy that, build right there, and get those big businesses going right back here. And places, and I'm pretty sure Bridgeport's not the only one throughout the U.S., but places like that are out there,
Mm-hmm. And those were the type of jobs that were taken away, that somebody would literally get out of high school, they would get that job, they would stay at that job until they fucking retired, and them working by themselves could support a family of 4, Right. And that's like... Yep.
And that was people's standard, and that was good enough for them.
Yeah, and I think we could really take it back to that if it just wasn't like, dude, the fucking dude that owns Amazon, Jeff Bezos, he has like fucking however many $1 billion. He's trying to put out a fucking GoFundMe for his fucking employees. Like,
is he really?
Yeah.
Jeff, the funds for
you got it, bro. You got it.
It's in the other account.
Yeah. Don't try to have us fucking like, whoa, that's crazy, man. But there are some people that just don't get it, and that's why it would be so tough to bring all that stuff back, because, there's, it's the same shit with weed. It's the same shit with everything else of like, people have been getting arrested for it forever, and then it's the same thing with electric cars when all the people that own the oil companies, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to buy up all the other companies with electric cars and different energy, and then we'll stop using oil when they can make money off the other shit too.
Said, you got something new? That's cool. So when we buy your shit, we'll stop doing our shit.
Exactly.
And thanks, because we got money, and that's what we do. Money buys what's happening. Oh, that's where it's at? That's where the honey pot is? Now, let me dump all my investment, every dollar I got, into fucking making this happen.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys, these millionaires, billionaires, and I still haven't heard anything new about any new owners of teams paying staff for their stadiums. I don't know if that's the thing that's going on. I haven't heard.
Yeah, that's also one of those weird things too, where sometimes if it's going like that, you'll hear about the first couple, and then it just kind of becomes like, all right, yeah, that's happening now. Or the other way too. It could be that everyone was just like, keep their purse strings tight. They're that fucking millionaire that doesn't give a hook.
Right. Shout out to Sports Center. My niggas they're going around showing some love to the seniors.
Nice.
Doing like senior nights, like they're putting up clips and shit of all like senior nights and showing love to a lot of seniors that ain't gonna be able to ride out college and high school, I think.
Yep. They also been showing some WrestleManias.
I've seen that.
Have been on there.
There's WrestleManias. They've been having some full games, some full basketball games from like a full 2-hour fucking. You want to watch it? Mike and somebody else go at it back in the day. They got the whole games up, like the real good copies. Like they're releasing these copies that usually you can't get. What I mean?
They're releasing the copies that were like shot on film. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're fucking.
Right, it's protected though. You know, motherfuckers still trying to take them links, but
Oh yeah.
copyright niggas got you.
No, but I'm telling you, man, with fucking WrestleMania, it's gonna be crazy. What they did with WrestleMania now is they spread it out over 2 days. It's gonna be April, whatever the weekend was, 5th and 6th, whatever it's gonna be. But now it's over 2 days and no fucking audience at all, man. It's gonna be fucking weird as shit. But what they're trying to do with a good amount of the matches is put them in a different spot. Like say, you know, back in the day where they would wrestle just somewhere else that isn't the ring. Like Undertaker, Undertaker has a match with AJ Styles, and they're doing a boneyard match, and I don't know what the fuck that is. They've never had one before. They never explained it, but I can assume it's not going to be in the ring. You know what I mean? Like they'll probably shoot it like some fucking theatrical shit in a graveyard somewhere. But dude, that's a tough task to deal with. Like, there's no fans. Every fucking Raw and SmackDown is just weird as fuck now because it's just 2 people wrestling or 4 people, who, however many people wrestling, and nobody's reacting to anything. I almost like wouldn't be mad at them if they were putting in fake fucking crowd sounds because it's just right, weird to watch. Like,
right, it's like a practice session. You're sitting in on a practice session.
Yeah,
you know, like, oh, this is.
So now,
man, so now answer me this, though. So are they testing like the guys that are wrestling? I mean, are they getting tested themselves or just like fuck it?
Well, that's one thing. Rey Mysterio Jr. They did not say that he has it, but they said that he is quarantined and not going to be wrestling at WrestleMania. So I mean, that's kind of close enough.
Borderline. Could have been him saying he didn't want to, too, kind of.
Yeah. So, but it's him, and then there's another female wrestler, Dana Brooke, that the same thing, that they were planned in matches, and then, hey, it's canceled. They're not going to be at WrestleMania anymore. So, like you said, yeah, definitely could be, yo, I don't want to do this, and it definitely could be like, well, we tested positive, but we're not going to really release that, and they don't want to say it. They just would rather say like, hey, they're, because I don't know if that's the word anymore too, to where how we always say that words always change definitions on us. Like quarantined, that might mean, you know, yeah, you're just staying home doing nothing, or I'm quarantined because, you know,
because of, right.
And not everybody always adds that because.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's quarantine. You don't want to announce that, you know, it's still that HIPAA shit, you know?
Yeah.
You don't got to announce shit like that if you don't want to.
But man, yeah, like I said, WrestleMania, now they split it over 2 nights. So it's going to be Saturday and Sunday because usually WrestleMania is super long. Like it has like 16 matches on it.
Right.
And
nobody confirmed they got this time.
And you, I don't even know, but you can't do that many fucking matches without a fucking audience, you know?
Right.
It's just going to get weird. So I feel
when
bad
the names
for
call, they're still gonna throw their hands in the air and do the whole like as if they're there.
Yo, because that's the thing too. Like, think if any belts change hands. Like, think if you win the fucking championship belt. How do you celebrate? Like, you just be like, all right, cool, I won this, and walk back. Like,
right.
When people
you gotta make love to the you gotta get emotional for the camera. At that point, it's just you and the camera making love to the fans.
You know, like they brought Goldberg back. Goldberg's fighting Roman Reigns. So then you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's not going to be exciting at all.
Thunderberg. Dropping them spears.
Thunder.
Nah, I think they were talking about that with like the NBA's that might be their startup when they start up with like no crowd if they do. But
that's like I said, man, I know that Target is not playing music, or when I went in there, they weren't playing music. So it all becomes weird. Like, things that you didn't know you were used to, like if the NBA comes back, it's just going to sound so fucking weird. It's going to sound like a practice video game with just,
right.
What sounds are you even hearing? Same shit.
And that's the thing though. It's like when they test somebody, the results won't come back for almost a week. So what if like you test somebody back, like, okay, everybody's been tested, they're negative for it, but look, they just got it yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
because that's a weird thing too. Then you got to think like, all right, that dude on the Jazz that had it, how many fucking people did he infect? And how, like, what was I think they should try to like learn from cases like that of like, what was he doing? And then how did some people catch it and some people didn't, you know? Like that's
right.
If you're on a team, you're all in the same locker room. You're all like, it's
right. The only person that got it was the other Donovan Mitchell, the star. But,
yeah.
And he was the one, his locker was right next to his.
That's weird.
So he got it because he was right there, but nobody else in the locker room. I mean, these guys are grabbing, touching shit behind each other all day.
Yep.
Come on, fucking sweaty locker room, man. That shit's all over the place.
Yeah. Never mind during the game, during all that shit. Like, I definitely think we just don't know shit yet. And everybody's kind of just being cautious to not say that, because right. I think then people really would flip out if they're just like, whoa, we really don't know.
Like, we don't know, man. If you can just breathe this shit in, it stays in the air longer than we expected. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Now it's like, now you definitely got a problem. You better start giving motherfuckers fucking all kinds of oxygen masks and shit.
Mm-hmm. Dude, and I listened to a bunch of podcasts by comedians and shit, and so many of them like want it to be over to get back on the road, but it just doesn't seem that way. Like, I don't think there's any end to this anytime soon. Like, some people, and there's a difference I feel like between being positive, like, shit, I hope the shit ends tomorrow, where they just go, yo, it's over, cool. But I don't think it's headed that way, man.
Right. Everybody wants that overnight success, the American way, instantaneous gratification. We need it right now.
Yeah, I don't think we're hitting the lottery with this.
Yeah, it's gonna be. And I think about like people that like like in Vegas, entertainers in Vegas. That whole fucking that's what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, every night I entertain people at this fucking magic show.
And then it's just over. Boom.
It's just over. No income, no nothing. So I think what we're missing here is that gem that came across to prepare everybody for this. It came from the one man, the dreaded one, the Marshawn Lynch, said, take care of your mentals.
For real.
Take care of your chicken.
For real.
And what was the third one? Your mentals, your chicken, and your bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, bitch. He was preparing y'all for this shit.
Yeah, he was prophetic with that, because that's exactly what all of us need to do right now, is just do the three of them the best that you can. I'll be honest with you, man. Yesterday, and between yesterday and today, because one of the things that I grabbed from Aldi was a fucking pizza. They sell those big-ass pizzas for $6.
Yep.
Bro, I went off the wagon and I ate that shit. I ate an entire fucking large pizza to myself between yesterday and today. I ate it fucking yesterday before working out, and then yesterday at work overnight, I had the rest of it. Like, I went off the wagon and ate an entire fucking pizza on some fucking shit, Sometimes you got to treat yourself.
Right. No, this shit might be over tomorrow, nigga.
Exactly. I just said fuck an entire pepperoni pizza just down the gullet in 6 different pieces, and just it was amazing. It's not something you can do all the time, but when you're in unsure times, sometimes you just say fuck it.
I tell you, man, this is a time for some people to really get that good self-reflection for themselves, man. I know some of them can't take it though. Like, man, people that have to be on the move, there's people that just can't be still.
Exactly. I agree with you. I think it is a good time for a lot of people being forced to sit down and be like, yo, figure it out,
Right. Stop for a second. You might have some shit you can never get done. Now's a good time. Oh, wives are getting on the husbands, boy.
Oh, yeah, that honey-do list.
Honey, I never got time. You got time today, nigga.
Yeah.
You got time all week. Let's go. Let's do all that. Get that shit, all that shit you said you were going to be doing all this time. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you know who fucked up, though? Something I just thought about. Did you hear that, Philly came out and, whoever the representatives were speaking, Philadelphia came out and they basically explained, lower level crimes we're not worried about right now, which I don't understand why the fuck you'd ever say that, but it was.
Why would you say that, right?
Yeah, it was robbery, theft, prostitution. They really just came out with a yo, if you just want to go rob the CVS, go for it. You'll be all right. It was such the worst thing to say.
Little petty crimes like theft, robbery, prostitution. We're not worried about that stuff right now. Why the fuck you telling these people? Let them think that, you know what I
mean? Yeah. LA came out and I guess said they're not giving parking tickets for the, foreseeable future, which that's cool. All right. But of course, if people are careful about that, and obviously you don't want nobody fucking, oh, cool, I can just park in the middle of the street. It doesn't matter. At least that's not too bad. But Philadelphia was just if you want to just rob something, go for it. You'll be all right.
Right.
Why are you doing that?
Don't worry. We're turning the meters off for right now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, niggas. Because there's nothing happening in the city.
Exactly.
Did you see that? There's a big Twitter photo that went viral. Well, I'm a big Walking Dead fan, and the season 1 of Walking Dead, there was a picture of him walk on a horseback going up the highway to Atlanta, and it was all fucking ice, dead, desolate, nothing around, abandoned cars to the left. And they put up a new picture that one of his friends took of Atlanta right now, and it's the most busy time, not a fucking car on the highway, man.
Damn.
It was very similar. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in Atlanta, it's like the biggest fucking moving city out there right now.
Yeah, that's another one. There's a lot of those conspiracies out there. And I'm not saying that was a conspiracy. That's just a cool coincidence.
Cool.
But
right, yeah.
Have you heard the one about like Tangled, about the fucking Disney movie Tangled?
Mm-mm.
About how there was the big story that the whole thing about the story was like the Rapunzel type story where her stepmother or whoever the fuck was watching her had her, locked in the tower or whatever under quarantine. And the name of the town is Corona. So, of course, now people are going back seeing everything through a different lens of like, hold up, she had her quarantine for her entire life in the kingdom of Corona. And, then everything starts to make sense. So it's...
Who made that script? Was it a man from Wuhan, China? I knew it.
For real. Did Dean Koontz also write Tangled? What the
fuck? And it was stolen from him. It was in his secret book, and it was a green book, and he was on tour one day. And what the fuck is we talking about right now?
For real. They be getting everybody.
Oh, man. They say ain't nobody safe out there, but be safe, Yeah, I can say, man.
I would say try to take care of yourself as much as you can, and if you can take care of others, help them out as well. But like I said, when we were talking in the beginning, if you have gloves and you want to wear gloves, fucking wear them. If you have a mask and you want to wear them, wear them. Like, don't. Right. I wouldn't feel no type of fucking social pressure
people get embarrassed, man. Yeah. I'm like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. My mask is gonna come in the mail, and I'm gonna look like a complete fucking idiot. Walk with gloves and a mask. What's going on?
Yeah.
Silly and safe, nigga. That's my shit.
And the name of this episode, Silly and Safe.
Silly and safe, nigga. Fuck it. Look stupid and protect yourself at the same time.
Yeah. No, like I said, like there's no reason to, hoard and buy so many that doctors can't have them. But shit, man. Doctors are wearing them for a reason. Everyone else is wearing them for a reason. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Because, I watch some Korean variety shows. And I was watching one the other day, and bro, right streaming across the bottom of the screen, and I understand that they're in a different area. I understand that they're in a different country entirely, but there were their rules for what people had to do. And it was something along the lines of, I'm not saying that people were getting arrested if they weren't, but it was, make sure if you leave your house, you're wearing a mask, you're wearing gloves, you're wearing protective equipment. Everybody, try to only leave your house to go to the store and back. But so I say that to say it's interesting that different countries are like, if you have a mask, wear it. And in our country, everyone's just like, only wear a mask if you're sick, and don't wear a mask, and don't wear a mask, and don't wear a mask. And we're like, ew, I'm this.
Yeah, no, like everybody over that motherfucker. You look in China, everybody has a mask.
Exactly.
Everybody's masked up more than they have gloves, if anything.
Yep. Yeah, so it was cool to see it. I was like, oh, so that's what they're telling them.
But they're also so crowded over there that their breath space, man, is not, they're right on top of each other, breathing on each other. So it's like, that's why they wear masks. Like, there's a lot of you guys, you're piled on top of each other.
Yep.
It's kind of like, listen, man, that was kind of like that, like you said, and that going to all these, I had that moment in the grocery store where I just hit a spot where I was with the cart and I spun around, and it's like, I felt boxed in, and then that's like, you kind of get that little moment of, yo, everybody back, you want to scream, like, yo, everybody back the fuck up,
Exactly. Yep.
Like I got a gun or something, and it turned into this whole situation. Everybody get the fuck down. What happened? I don't know. The nigga sneezed, man. That's a fucking grenade in the supermarket right now. I'm telling you.
No, I know exactly what you mean. It's like, yo, people get too close, and like you, that's where I said to where it could turn tribal real quick, like.
Yeah. Right, yeah, that fucking, you get the fuck away. But then you get people of, I don't want to even hit you because I don't want to touch you.
Yeah.
You get somebody might just shoot a motherfucker or start having a fucking food fight, literally in the grocery store, throwing fucking items at each other like cans and shit.
I know, of just like, exactly, I don't want to touch you, but I still want to hurt you. Bars.
Yo, that's the way to start off an R&B song. Yo.
For real.
Baby, I don't want to touch you. I want to hurt you. Said, damn, what kind of bullshit y'all? That's great. That's great.
No, man, I've been doing it like when I'm getting gas once a week, and when I go, man, put on the glove, fucking do it, whatever. Take off the glove, throw it out. Like, just why
Plus
not?
that glove. You know, I even been doing it because like when I gotta go, and I know I gotta hit a stretch and be out there for a little bit. I just keep the gloves on and just sanitize the gloves. That's another thing.
Nice.
People aren't doing is like, remember that glove is touching shit too. Anything you're touching is gonna stay on that rubber probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be there. So you're going to the face, and I try to keep that in mind too. Like when I'm got the gloves on, it's like they're on fire. I can't. Your hands is on fire, B. Don't touch nothing. Don't touch your body at all. You're gonna burn yourself. There's acid on your fingers, like that. Playing that game like a kid. The floor's lava.
Yeah. No, I'm with it, man. I'm with all just being. That's why I said I'm not even trying to listen to nobody except if they're trying to tell me to do more. But anybody out there trying to tell you to do less of protecting yourself, I wouldn't listen to that.
Right. Yes. Take care of your chickens, your mentals, and your physicals, niggas.
For real.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, my niggas.
It's the beginning of the night.
And a shout out to the nigga Sleep. Left one of the comments on the last episode. Shout out to him.
Hell yeah.
YouTube subscriber. I appreciate y'all, man.
Hell yes.
Mm.
So yeah, man, we'll be back. Once again, this will be broken up into 2 episodes. So we'll be back as long as there's a world, we'll be back.
The world is big and vast.